Hello, Professor. Today, we're going to explore a topic that affects nearly every teenager, and by extension, their families, educators, as well as society as a whole. I'm here joined by my group, Alessandra, Angeline, Benjamin, and Jaylene. And we are going to dive into the profound impact that social media has on adolescent development, from a mental health to identity formation. Social media isn't just a tool, it's a constant presence in our lives. It reshapes how we interact, perceive, and navigate the world. By the end of this presentation, I hope that you'll understand why this issue demands our attention and what it means for the future of the next generations. Before we dive deeper, let's clarify who is most affected by this problem. Our discussion focuses on three key groups. Adolescents, this is the primary user of all these social media platforms. It's teen spending on average 5 or more hours daily on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, or YouTube. This is a critical stage of life where they identify self-worth, social skills, and social media is a central player in how that progresses. Secondly, are the parents. Many struggle to balance the benefits of connectivity with the risks of overuse. They're often caught between monitoring screen time and using and understanding a digital world vastly different from their own adolescence. Social media innovators. The designers and algorithms behind these platforms are also affected. Their choices like scrolls or like buttons actively shape teen behavior through psychological reinforcement, whether they intentionally do it or not. These groups don't just exist in isolation, they're all connected. Their interactions create a feedback loop that's rewriting the rules of development. Next, we'll look at the staggering statistics that highlight why this issue is so urgent.
95% of teens are on social media, and as previously mentioned, they spend over 5 hours a day on it. That's almost a full-time job. Almost a full-time job spent scrolling, liking, and comparing. If this keeps up, social media won't just influence teen development, it'll completely reshape it. There's only 24 hours in a day, and those 5 hours don't come out of nowhere. It replaces real things and needs such as sleep, face-to-face conversations, exercise, and time to just exist outside of the technological realm. More screen time means more anxiety, more depression, and worse sleep. Studies have linked high social media use with lower self-esteem and trouble regulating emotions. This isn't just harmless scrolling, it's rewiring how adolescents think and feel. These systems are built to keep them hooked through the algorithms, likes, comments, followers. It all acts as incentives. Teens are still figuring out who they are, and the validation they get can be very dangerous when from their online usage. When your identity is shaped by what gets you approval online, it becomes fragile. One post, one comment, one trend can shape how you feel about yourself. If nothing changes, teen development won't be evolving, it'll be breaking down. This isn't just a tech habit, it's a psychological shift, and it's already underway. If we don't start paying attention, we'll lose more than time. We'll lose the foundation of the next generation.
So, as we look at social media as a social phenomenon, it is a tool, but it's also reshaping how and affecting how teens develop. So today, platforms like TikTok and Instagram, they're replacing in-person interactions and they're also defining what's normal through constant exposure or overexposure to beauty trends, validation loops, and also algorithm-driven feedback. So teens are forming their identities based on likes and follows or followers rather than face-to-face relationships. This means that their sense of self-worth is also being influenced and also dictated by what's popular online or what what they see is popular online. So the question we have to ask is, what happens when your teenage self-worth is run by an algorithm?
So, the developmental period of adolescence involves the individual forming their own identity, as well as creating a sense of autonomy and peer influences. Albert Bandura's social learning theory is described as people who learn by observing or imitating through the influence of others' behaviors. And his theory can be connected to adolescence because teens are very heavily influenced by what they view and are exposed to on social media. They're constantly being exposed to things like popular trends and beauty standards, which in turn encourages them to imitate what they see and also intensifies peer comparison. These social media apps positively reinforce their behavior through likes, comments, and also follows. Social media influences social learning during this crucial developmental period, presupposing that in order for adolescents to grow and develop at a healthy rate, it's essential that they're exposed to good or positive role models that they see online.
So, why does this matter? It matters because today teen mental health is facing a serious crisis. According to Weir 2023, 40% of teenagers are showing symptoms of depression, which is a very deeply concerning number. One major contributing factor is social media. Research by DeAngelis 2024 shows that teens who are using social media frequently are twice as likely to experience symptoms of depression compared to those who don't use social media as often. But it's not just the use of social media that's affecting these teens' mental health, it's what they're missing by using it so oftenly. Barberio and Sidoti 2024 point out that in-person interactions, which are needed for emotional and social development, are now being replaced by digital communication. During this important stage of their lives, teens need real human connections to build emotion regulation and healthy coping skills. If we don't act on this issue now by raising awareness, setting boundaries around technology, and beginning to prioritize mental health, we're putting an entire generation at risk of growing up feeling disconnected, anxious, and unprepared for real world challenges. And these are the references that we use.